Hello, my sweet child. Come closer now. Snuggle under the soft blanket and rest your head. Granny's got a story just for you tonight. I'll whisper every word gently, just like I used to when you were little and had trouble falling asleep. Let me take you back in time to a very special part of my youth, a time filled with soft paper, flowing ink, and hearts that beat wildly with dreams of love. This, my dear, is the story of Granny's love letters. You see, when I was just about your age, maybe a little younger, the world moved a bit slower. There were no instant messages, no buzzing phones, and no glowing screens. Love was handwritten. It was folded carefully and sealed with hope. We poured our hearts out onto paper, letting every word carry a piece of our soul. I still remember the first letter I ever received. It was springtime. The air was filled with the smell of lilacs and fresh grass, and I was walking home from school, wearing my favorite skirt and cardigan. I stopped by the mailbox, as I did every day, and there it was, a soft cream envelope with my name written in slanted, careful cursive. My hands trembled as I opened it. It was from a boy named Thomas, tall, with a gentle smile and eyes that sparkled like the summer sky. He wasn't bold like the other boys. He was quiet, thoughtful. We had shared a few smiles, a few glances in the library, and once he held the door for me and blushed terribly when our fingers touched. In that letter, he wrote that he had been watching the way I tucked my hair behind my ear when I read, the way I hummed to myself in the halls, the way I always stopped to talk to the school janitor. He said it made him feel warm inside, like maybe he could talk to me one day. And now he had. Oh, child, the way my heart fluttered. I must have read that letter 100 times, tracing every word like it was a map to a hidden treasure. And I wrote back. I used my nicest stationery, the one with little roses on the corners. I sprayed it lightly with lavender water. Too much, and it would smell like Grandma's perfume, but just enough to leave a trace of me behind. We wrote to each other all spring and summer. Every letter was an adventure, a confession, a poem of young love. We wrote about our dreams, about the places we wanted to see, the songs that made us cry, the fears we carried but couldn't say out loud to anyone else. One of my favorite letters from him came when he was away with his family on a trip. He said he saw a little girl playing by the ocean, building a castle out of sand. He said it reminded him of me, how I always said I'd build a home filled with warmth and music and books. He said he hoped one day he'd sit in that home with me, reading the newspaper while I watered the plants. Isn't that the sweetest thought? A love letter doesn't have to be grand or dramatic. Sometimes love is in the quiet hopes, the simple wishes, and that's something I want you to remember, darling. Real love, the kind that stays, it whispers. It doesn't shout. It lingers in small gestures and soft words. Now, we were young, and like many first loves, we didn't stay together. Life pulled us in different directions, but those letters, I kept them, tied in a ribbon, tucked in an old wooden box beneath my bed. On rainy days or lonely nights, I'd take one out, unfold it gently, and let the past wrap around me like a shawl. I want you to know something, my dear. Writing those letters, receiving them, taught me more about love than anything else. Love isn't always a whirlwind. It's often a quiet presence, like the hush of snowfall or the gentle rustling of leaves outside your window. When you fall in love, and you will, I hope you take the time to write, Not just texts and emojis, real words, words from your heart. Even if you never send them, write them. Capture how you feel in that moment. It helps you understand yourself. And one day, when you look back, it'll show you just how much you've grown. And when someone writes to you, read their words slowly. Cherish them. Don't rush past the meanings hidden between the lines. Ask yourself how they make you feel, and always be honest in return. A sincere heart is a beautiful thing, even if it's a little messy sometimes. I also want you to know, love doesn't always come in the form you expect. It can arrive in a letter, in a smile, in a gesture as small as someone saving the last cookie, just for you. Keep your heart open, but also protect it gently, like you would a small bird. Now, I know the world is fast these days, but slow moments, they're where life really lives. That's why I'm here, whispering these stories to you, to remind you of the beauty in slowness, in softness, in love written by hand. Let me tell you about one more letter. It was the last one Thomas sent. We were both going off to college in different states. He wrote that he would always care for me, and though he didn't know where life would take us, he was grateful for the time we shared. He told me to follow my dreams, to stay kind, and to never forget that I was loved. That letter made me cry, but not because I was sad. It was because he had given me something precious, a memory of a love that was true in its own time. And sometimes, my sweet child, that's more than enough. I hope you carry this story in your heart, not just as a tale from Granny's youth, but as a reminder that love, real love, can be quiet, patient, and gentle, and it's worth waiting for. Now close your eyes, let your breath slow, and know that you are deeply loved, just as you are. I'll be right here, whispering stories to guide you through dreams. Sleep well, my darling.